I thought I knew where my money went. So, to prove it to myself, I did something a little uncomfortable. For 2 weeks, I wrote down every single dollar I spent, every coffee, every time I tap my card, every little nothing that I normally forget by dinner time. And at the end of those 2 weeks, I sat down with the number. And I'll tell you the truth right now, what I found wasn't a budgeting problem. It was something a lot more tender than that. Let me show you. Here's the thing nobody admits about money after 50 years old. You stop looking. And it's not because you don't care, because looking feels like getting judged. So every time you open that banking app on your phone, it's like the screen is asking you, really? Again? At your age? And here's the cruel part, the less you look, the worse you imagine it is. So your brain fills the dark with the scariest number that it can come up with. So you end up carrying a fear that's usually bigger than the actual truth. But you don't know that yet because you will not look. So you stop opening it. And not looking feels safer for about a day until the not knowing turns into a low hum of dread that just follows you around everywhere you go. I lived in that hum for years. And the way out wasn't a budget. It wasn't more discipline. It was just deciding to look on purpose with no punishment attached to it. Just 2 weeks of honest looking. So here's exactly how I did it. And it's simpler than any app you've ever downloaded and then you quit on it. Number one, a note on your phone or a little notebook in your bag. That's it. I did the notebook myself. And no fancy software, no spreadsheet. Number two, every single time money leaves your hand, any way at all, cash, card tap, change from your car, you write down two things, the amount and one word for what it was. Coffee, gas, takeout, that's all. 2 seconds. And yes, you are going to feel a little silly writing down $1.50 for coffee. Write it down anyway. The small ones, they are the entire point because the big bills, you already know about them. It's the little invisible ones that have been quietly eating you alive. Number three, and this is the part that everybody gets wrong. You do not change a single thing for 2 weeks. You're not trying to spend less yet. You're just turning the lights on. Because if you start cutting on day one, you'll quietly perform for yourself and the whole thing becomes a lie. So don't fix anything. Just watch. 2 weeks and not one, because 1 week you can fake it. 2 weeks is long enough to catch the real you. So, what did I actually find? The number that stopped me cold wasn't rent. It wasn't my bills. It was the small stuff, the takeout, the little treats, the grab something on the way home, grab something on the way to the gym. Hundreds of dollars in 2 weeks on things that I could barely remember buying. I remember the exact moment that I added it up. I was sitting at my kitchen table and I did the 2 week total. And then I did the thing that you're not supposed to do. I multiplied it for the whole year. And I had to put the pen down because it was more than I spent on some of my actual bills, on little things, on just getting through the day. And my first reaction was the old familiar one, shame. What is wrong with me? But then I looked closer. I looked at when I bought those things, and every single one of them landed on a hard day or on a busy day, a day I was running on empty, a day I'd been carrying anything by myself again with nobody behind me to catch any of it. That takeout wasn't me being bad with money. It was me trying to put one soft thing into a day that had been hard from the second that I opened my eyes. So I wasn't overspending. I was self-soothing. And there is a difference. And that difference changes everything about what you do next. So if you've been calling yourself bad with money when really you've just been tired and carrying way too much for way too long, then this channel is for you. Subscribe. We do money here without the shame. So here's what you actually do with 2 weeks of honest looking. Three moves. Number one, you find the one number that surprised you. Not all of them, the one that made you go, oh my God, that one is your leak. You start there and nowhere else. Number two, do not cut it to zero, because if that takeout was one of the soft thing in a brutal day, ripping it out away completely just makes you miserable and you'll quit by Thursday. Instead, you give it a home, a set amount that's allowed on purpose with no guilt attached, kind of like a blow money. Number three, redirect, do not punish. Take a piece of what you found, even $20 of it, and send it somewhere that grows. The shame version of you cuts everything and then hates herself for needing any of it. The grown version just moves a little of it toward the life that she actually wants. And here's what happened when you redirect instead of punish. You don't feel deprived, so you don't rebound. You just quietly become a woman who keeps a little of her own money every week. That's the whole transformation. It's not dramatic. It doesn't look like anything from the outside. It's just finally yours. That's the whole thing. 2 weeks, every dollar, one word each. No judging, no cutting, just looking and paying attention, because you cannot change what you refuse to see. And the second you see it clearly without punishing yourself for it, you stop being scared of it. It's just information now. And information, you can work with that. So do your 2 weeks, then come back and tell me the one number that surprised you. I read every comment. And when you're ready to put a wall around that one leak, I've got a video on doing exactly that with a single envelope and $20. That's your next step, and I will see you in the next one.